Apple finally launched Siri AI. But funny thing, it's what Android had 2 years ago.
You know what explains it, Nick?
What?
Google's favorite word is taboo at Apple, and Apple's favorite word is taboo at Google.
We'll explain. But besties, before we do, first, Jack, let's whip open the calendars here. June 14th, 2024 goes down in tech infamy. What was that day?
That was the day of Apple's 2024 Worldwide Developers Conference, aka WWDC 24.
That's when Apple tried to rename AI as Apple Intelligence.
They promised us Super Siri, and Apple was the new ChatGPT. Actually, every iPhone was going to have ChatGPT natively in there, within Siri's brain.
But reality check, Siri, she's been less super, more so what, Siri?
Okay, every time I ask Siri to do something for me, I'd say half the time, she says, I can't do that for you.
That might be personal. You don't say thank you as much as you do to Siri, Jack.
It's been so bad that Apple faced a class action lawsuit.
True. They have to pay money to anyone who bought an iPhone 16 or 15 because they overpromised on the AI.
But yesterday, Tim Cook hosted his final WWDC, and he wanted to clean up the mess before retiring in September.
So we jumped in T-Boy style, watched the whole thing, and Jack, what did Timmy open with?
He opened with, we know that at times you've expected more from Siri. That's a nice way to apologize for everyone's mass frustration that owns an iPhone.
Yeah, that's why Jack and I are calling this week's event SOS, Save Our Siri.
So to make us forget past errors, Tim Cook rebranded Siri yesterday. The new Siri is called Siri AI.
She got a glow up, and it's really Apple's first step into the top trend in Silicon Valley right now. We call it the butlerification of tech.
This new Siri will be able to handle dictation better. It'll also handle actions across apps within your iPhone.
But also with third-party apps, right, Jack?
So you can say, hey Siri, find that photo of Nick and me on stage at the live show in LA, the one where Nick's wearing his Mighty Ducks jacket, and then send it as an iMessage to our manager, Mike. That requires like 2 apps right there, and Siri can handle it.
Just remember to say thank you, Siri, who also happens to have more on-screen awareness.
You can ask Siri, where did this celebrity take this thirst trap picture?
We're current.
And Siri will say, this thirst trap taken at the secret lagoon of Instagram that you're looking at right now, it was taken in Thailand.
And then there's another new Siri feature that Jack and I call Have Siri Your Way.
Basically, you can control how Siri sounds. So you can change the AI assistant's accent, the pace that she speaks, and the emphasis level too.
And this whole Siri experience will live across the entire Apple ecosystem.
Which is why the brand new Siri app, which will be pre-installed on everything, will be completely useful.
So Siri could help you plan a mudroom renovation on your MacBook, and then you could pick right up where you left off on your iPhone.
But pause the pod, Nick. Google wants a word with this announcement.
Yeah, because Google's seeing all this and saying, hey, Gemini, we've been doing this for 2 years now on Android.
Which explains why Apple is actually using Gemini as its foundational model for the AI on the iPhone.
That's right. Here's the plot twist. Siri AI by Gemini.
It launches in beta this July and with a wide release this fall.
Yeah, it won't launch in Europe or China because of laws, regulations, and President Xi stuff, but they'll probably get it eventually.
Now, one quick takeaway here is instead of building an AI model for $1 trillion like all the other hyperscalers, Apple's simply renting it for cheap from Google.
And that's why, despite being 2 years late to the AI game, it's working for Apple's numbers.
Apple stock has actually doubled since the day that ChatGPT launched in November of 2022.
So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies over at Apple?
Apple's favorite word is the opposite of Google's favorite word. And that explains their AI strategy.
You see, Yetis, every AI company is trying to one-up each other these days with how smart their model is.
Now, for enterprise customers, that kind of technical arms race matters because coding is the most productive use of AI so far.
But for consumers like us, we don't care how much advanced the AI is. We care how safe it is.
And honestly, most consumers want AI to slow down, not speed up.
In fact, Jack and I jumped in T-Boy style. We compared the keynote speeches at Google's I.O. event 2 weeks ago to Apple's WWDC event from yesterday.
Google said the word agent 34 times in their keynote 2 weeks ago. Apple said the word agent 0 times yesterday.
Okay, I got one more, Jack. Apple said the word privacy 20 times we counted yesterday, while Google said it 0 times in their keynote.
Google's AI is all about agentic. Apple's AI is all about privacy.
You see, besties, Google is more technologically advanced, and that matters for enterprise AI.
Which is what Google's going after.
But Apple's is safer.
And that's all that matters for consumer AI.